Hello, hello. Long time no see, people. How we doing? All right. I hope everybody's doing well. I have been just a smidge bit busy. Hello. Long time no see, people. How we? Sorry, I need to mute that. I've been just a smidge bit busy. For those that don't know, I run a media company. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. But today, I have something very interesting that I've been wanting to do for a while. What's probably going to wind up happening is it's not going to be a long stream, because I think I can get it out in like less than an hour or so, give or take. And hopefully you guys will be off to the races after this if you're interested in trading. So if you're interested in trading, stick around. There are a couple of things that we need to go through. Number one, not financial advice. You take the risk. I'm not liable. Okay, hopefully it's working. I hope. Fingers crossed. For some reason, my streaming PC has been doing some weird stuff. I don't know why. Hopefully it holds. But anyway, introduction to crypto trading. So let's switch over to the new trading screen, which is quite simple. I'll just move my head up here instead of down here so y'all can see all this real estate. Nice stuff. Please do not restart again, computer. What's up, Complex? I see you there, Assassin, Slime, go away. And I'm not sure who the puppy one is. I don't remember. Who is that? It says no. I don't know. I don't know who you are. But if this crashes again, I will reboot it, I promise. But I don't understand why it's all of a sudden worked perfectly fine. And then now that I want to stream, it doesn't work. But, you know, such is life. Anyway. Oh, God. Go away, Slime. Go away. All right. So, introduction to crypto. If you're unfamiliar with the app that I am using, it is TradingView. You can use this for free. It costs you nothing. However, there is a catch to that. You want to add more indicators up here. So these, you click on indicators on the top middle here. They're supposed to pop up, and nothing's working tonight. I am not shocked at all. Why is nothing working? All right, let me refresh it. All right. Try this once more. Internet appears to be laggy or something. I don't know why. It's been working all the way up to this point. All right. There we go. Indicators. Come on. You're killing me, Smalls. Now, I will say this, guys. You will literally gift me that emote? No. I don't want it. Instant free. No, I don't. Oh, it isn't free? We're like, no. No. No, I don't want it. All right. So, here we go. Anyway, indicators. If you want to add indicators, which there's two types of traders. So, let's start with that. The first type of trader is the person that goes to the news and types, you know, they're looking at, let's say, crypto. All right, let's just type in crypto, right, in the search bar. Pull it up and go over here to news, right? So crypto is making a big comeback, blah, 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 blah. This is the type of trader that is going to see this news, right? They're going to see this news and they're going to be like, I want in. And they FOMO in, right? They're gonna go. So you've got the news buyer, all right. And for those that stick around the whole time, this is gonna be kind of slow. Okay, crypto is slow. It's not fast. You're not gonna make millions instantaneously. I promise. It is a slow, gradual climb to get to the point you want. Find a goal, set the goal, meet the goal every day, set a goal for the year, and then double it. But I'm going to teach you some tricks that should help you get to the point where you can start making green consistently, okay? All right, so the other type of trader is a technical analysis trader, which is like most traders, okay? We analyze the market, we figure out, is it going to go up here or is it going to go down here? All right? I know this looks like a lot of numbers, but please do not be put off with it. I will make sure you guys understand it, okay? You'll take it? All right, so indicators. With the free version, I think you only get like 3 indicators. So the 3 indicators that I'm going to recommend that you start with are RSI, Relative Strength Index. Also, I'm not sure if I'm going to decouple this stream from actual YouTube or not. So if you're here, you're going to see it. If I decouple it, then nobody will see it after that. So anyway, RSI, you need that. I've got it. It's right here. It's this green or this purple bar with yellow line through it and then a bunch of squiggly lines that make no sense. Yeah, that one. And let's see. Let's go with, you're going to need the bracket, bull trading. All right. And you want this one, 1 minute easy scalping, SYS version 3.0 by Gustavo Ruby. All right. Everybody got that one? And then the third one that I would recommend would be the CVD. Don't be put off by these. I will explain them. All right. CVD. I think it's it could be I think it's this one. If I duplicate it, we'll know. It's not it. It is the CVD. Let me just try doing CVD. RSI experiment, possibly? No, that is not it. I can't remember what I typed in. CVD. Let me see who makes it. Work with me here. I don't want this one. Go away. All right, it popped up. Everything's being laggy tonight. All right, inputs. Haikinashi. Why are you not telling me what I want to know here? I thought it was that one. Could have swore it was that one. Either way, that one would work. It's just a different color. Just a different color. But this one's got more data. Well, I'm not going to rest till I find it. Once I find it, y'all write it down. Because if you don't, you're going to have the same problem if I'm struggling to find it. All right, Complex. Catch you later. Catch you later. I don't know where the heck I found it. Is it under my favorites? Oh no. This one, mate? Alright, I'm just clicking random stuff now. I got so many different ones open. By the way, if you have a premium account, like myself, you can have like an unlimited amount of charts here. So, oh boy, I messed up. Where is my... There you are. Okay, if we can just find the CVD for you guys, then we'll be good. Not really a CVD? Yeah, it's not really a CVD. Imagine. I wish there was a way to easily tell which person made it. An easy way. CDV. Am I putting CVD? CDV. I bet I put it in there wrong. Oh my god, I bet I did. So stupid. That's not the one. This one? There it is. It's this one. Let me favorite it that way I don't lose it again. By Lonesome... whatever, the. Lonesome the, okay? It doesn't show the whole full name, but it's Cumulative Delta Volume. Got it? Alright. Those are the three indicators that you need. CDV, RSI, and you want... Let me turn these other ones off. That way y'all don't get confused. This one, this red, green line here. Okay, all right, here's what we're gonna do. So the first thing you wanna do when you get ready to start trading is you wanna figure out the direction of the market. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's not. Okay, the way I recommend, don't go to the 1 minute, go further out. Let's start with a 30-minute. Okay, it's pretty self-explanatory here. It's obvious, right? It's going that way. It's going up. Okay, fairly simple to figure out that one. Okay, if we go into the 1 hour, as you can tell, it is still on the up. Still going. All right, still going. Okay, so now we figured out which way it's going. Now we can back off to a trader's or a scalper's perspective. So anything from like a 30-minute to a 15-minute to a 1 minute time frame. Okay. I am one of the very odd people in the world that trades on the 1 minute because I can see it quicker than most people. Not bragging. That's just me. You do you. Okay. Pick a time frame. I would recommend starting on the 5 minute. You're probably going to spend hours and hours in front of the computer looking at TradingView until you are sick. But let me show you how this works. This is fairly straightforward. The RSI, okay, when the RSI is way up here at the top, that means that the stock, whatever it is, in this case, Bitcoin, is overbought. That means it's likely to reverse. Likely. Doesn't have to, but it's likely. Okay. So if we take that, you know, basic knowledge, let's go back in time here, into account, as you can see, right? You're looking at it. You can't see the rest of this. All right. All you can see is this green candle right here on the right. So you see it come up here and almost touch the white line. I prefer if it's over the white line in the like 90, 85 to 90 range, somewhere around there. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, if you look right here, there's a range: 90, 80, 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, right? So when it's in like the 85 to 90 range, 90 being perfect, but basically you want the least amount of wiggle room for buyers to come in and like snatch it, right? You want the sellers at this point to take over and go down, right? That makes sense? So if you're up here, all right, and we correspond it with this next indicator, which is the CDV, not CVD. C, D as in dog, V as in Victor. Cat, dog, Victor. CDV, all right? We look at this and we see, okay, we're also in overbought. It's like a confirmation, all right? We have the RSI telling us it's overbought. We have the CDV telling us that it's overbought. And we look at this next line, which is the bull trading easy scalp one, that one I was telling you about, okay? That one is telling us that we're in the green. So when I'm trading, what I'm looking for, let's go down to the 1 minute, because this is how I actually trade. When I'm trading, what I'm looking for, let's go back in time here. All right, here's a prime example. Here's what I'm looking for. Let's go over here. We don't know what's going on the right side over here of the frame. So I'm watching it, all right? From the very bottom of the market, I'm watching it. It cuts through the bull trading, which is this line, that green and red one. And by the time it makes it back over to the top of the market, which is right here, right, where my little X is, it took approximately an hour. That's why I like being on the 1 minute, because I can sit through it and watch the trades as they happen, and then you kind of get confirmation. I'll explain that in a minute. But so what I'm looking for is, okay, it's been overbought. We're down here. We had some pretty good amount of volume come in right here. The RSI told us it was overbought. So you don't know whether or not it's going to go down from this or up. However, you can use all three indicators together to make a pretty good decision as to whether or not you want to take this trade or not. Now, the RSI says it's overbought. This, however, says it's not. The CDV says it's not overbought. And we have the bull trading, this one. These three you could get. I think on the free version you can get up to 3. That's why I'm down to 3, okay? I use a total of 6 to confirm what I'm doing, but I think you can do it with 3. I've been trying to work on this to figure it out. But here's, if I saw the RSI go over this green line, it turned from red to green at this point, I'm not taking that trade because we're in the green. It's too risky for me, right? And if you'd have held on to this expecting a return, you could have got lucky, right? You could have got lucky. But let's say you set a stop loss, because you got to be good with risk management. You don't want to lose too much money. You want to cut your losses, so to speak, before you're bled dry, because if you start trading with leverage, then you're going to get in trouble. Big trouble. Trust me. I can show you the numbers. I've lost over $6,000 when I first started trading. I'm not joking. That is not a joke. So let's say you took this trade, okay, and you put a stop loss at 0.20. That's 5% with a 25 times leverage. Does that make sense? If you would have done that, the market peaked right here, as you can see by my little white X there. It peaked by 0.43%, or 12% at 25 times leverage. You'd have been stopped out, and then it would have continued down without you. Okay, that's just how the market is. It will rip you to pieces if you don't know what you're doing. All right, so I wouldn't have took that trade. I'd have been watching the RSI, and right? We didn't take this trade because I was too scared to take that trade. So I'd watch the RSI, and I'd have been like, okay, the RSI has headed down. We're still at almost oversold because we're at the bottom down here. Overbought at the top, oversold at the bottom, right? I saw the the red candles start to cross over the line. They went over the bull trading line at this point, okay? The RSI is showing me, yes, it appears to be there's not enough volume. There's not enough money coming in, right? You need volume to go up, and as money's leaving, the volume goes down. Pretty much makes sense. Like pouring water into a glass. The more you have in the glass, the more volume you have. That's buyers. The less volume you have, somebody's drinking the water, right? Somebody's taking the water out. That's the easiest way to explain it. So I would have saw this. I'd have saw the crossover. I'd have waited maybe a candle or two. All right, I'd have saw this crossover, waited for a candle just for confirmation. And then once I got confirmation, I would have taken a trade here, setting my stop loss. Let me actually put a good one, an actual good short position. So I would have entered my trade right here. All right, my stop loss is at 0.20%, and then I would have taken a profit at 0.40%. Otherwise, translation, this profit is 10% with a 25 times leverage. You can do the math quite easily if you just take whatever number you have. Let's say it's $20, times it by the leverage, and you get the number. So as you can see, this stop loss would have been fine. And I never saw another candle go over into the red here. And then in the green, it would have stopped out, or it would have hit my target dead on. Like, I mean, with then and then some. Okay. Now I'm waiting for my next trade. Okay. I'm waiting for my next trade. I'm looking at my RSI again. It's at the bottom. It's definitely oversold at this point. Okay. It's definitely oversold at this point. And I'm waiting for it to go back up over this line again to see if it's going to go up at this point. It should go up because it's been down now for a while, right? It should go up, right? So I wait for it to go up. It went over the line, and I want to make sure that I'm right. Also, this depends on what happened back here, but I'm just trying to give you all a general visualization of how I do this. But I would have waited until it crossed the line and then give it a few candles, maybe a candle or two, just for confirmation. I'm not pulling out a bunch of money out of the market. I'm only looking for a certain percentage, just a little move, a tiny move. Okay, I'm not looking for a bunch. Okay. And I'm going to show you how to do this live. Like, I'm not going to just leave you hanging here and just like, okay, well, go out there and, try it. I'm going to do it live and actually call trades, and you'll see what I'm talking about. All right. I would have waited. Like I said, it turned green. This would have been a dud trade. If you would have took it, you would have, put your stop loss in place. Let's say it's actually backwards. Sorry. Let me do a long position. Let's say we put our stop loss the same, 0.20, and target at 0.40. That would have been a loss. Okay, but that's the market. Okay, but I can teach you how to get less loss and more certainty about your trades. So we would have waited again. I'm obviously not going to take every trade. That is a very bad idea. You don't want to take every trade, okay? You want to give the market some breathing room, wait an hour, go drink some coffee, walk the dog, walk your wife, walk your dad, whatever. You know what I mean? You get the idea. But that's the basic strategy: is we wait for overbought, we sell. We wait for oversold, we buy. It's pretty self-explanatory, pretty straightforward. Now, to confirm that, as a technical, using technical analysis, I'm looking for confirmation here. I'm looking for confirmation that it's oversold, meaning it's going to go up. I'm looking for the RSI, meaning it's going to go up, right? Because it's oversold. And if I'm going to take a short position, I'm looking for the polar opposite of that, right? So it is definitely oversold here. Definitely oversold here. That means people are going to get out. Okay, a lot of people, what they do, traders do, is they look for support. This is a clear level of support right here, right? They're looking for support, like this this red line right here. They're looking for support. If they see support for long enough, they'll buy and hold for, God, I mean, I don't know how long this was right here, but let's say you bought like right here, right? But you held it. A lot of people sold off. People are, you know, they're going to be watching this. Okay, is it going to go down? No, it found support again. So they'll just keep holding, keep holding, keep holding. That's a 6% return in 3 hours. Now, if you do the math on that, 0.4. Let me do the math. That's 15. Okay, so 15. That's 150% return. To put it in perspective, if you'd invested $100 in that trade alone, you would have returned with $150 in your pocket. Make sense? Okay, moving on. Let's go over here and see what the market's doing. You could do this with anything, okay? Number one, you need to pick an exchange. I recommend using, let's go down here. For beginners in the US, where are you at? I would not trade with leverage in the very beginning. I would trade based on technical analysis. Where is it? There it is. Kraken. Okay. So what you do is you go in here and you find your exchange. In this case, Kraken. If you're under the age of 18, you won't be able to get an account. I can show you how to bypass that, but not on the live stream. So let's say you want to go with Kraken. Okay. On Kraken, you want to trade, let's say, Bitcoin, and you'll see it in the top left up here, Bitcoin versus US dollar tether, so USDT on the Kraken exchange. Trading view is where you're looking at this. Let's go to the 5-minute. This is what it looks like if you're using Kraken exchange right now to trade. Okay, I'm not. I don't use Kraken, but I use Kraken to get the money out of the accounts and put the money into my bank account. Right, back to US dollars. That's all we're doing here. We're trading crypto, exchanging it back and forth, trading it, making money, and putting the money back into US dollars and getting it out. Okay. One of my favorites to trade, at least for me, is Gala, G-A-L-A. You can go in here and search it. The exchange that I use is Bybit. If you want to use Bybit, you definitely have to have a VPN, and you have to not be in the US. Okay? If you have to have a VPN, okay, and you have to be somewhere else. Okay, so what we're looking for is clear lines of support and resistance. This is on the 1 minute. This is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to go back in time, and I'm going to find, I've already put the line on here for you guys, but let's say we didn't, just forget that existed. Let's go in here and find some levels of support and find some levels of resistance. So support being when it goes down, it eventually stops. Support, support, support. Okay, got it. Let's draw a line on levels of support. Okay, we have levels of support. Now we need to know which way is it going to go. We have to figure that out. That's up to us as technical analysis traders, right? So I'm going to start looking. Obviously, we've had a really good rally today, which is fantastic. A lot of people made a lot of money today, including myself. And I likely to not disclose how much or how little. I will put money in exchanges when we do live trading and transfer some over. I'm going to put small amounts because that's likely to be what you guys are going to be trading with. Let's say like $100 or $200 or $500, or, you know, if you've got $1,000, I highly recommend don't start with 1,000 and don't use money that you don't want to lose, or you don't care to lose, should I say. Okay. If you're okay with losing $50, use $50. If you're okay with losing 100, use 100. If you're okay with losing 200, you get the idea, etc., etc. Since we have broken this resistance line, it's too risky for myself right now to take a trade because I don't know which way it's going to go. So likely what's going to happen is it's going to do this stuff right here. It's going to consolidate for a while. I don't think that it's going to go too far down. However, I can show you some of the things that market manipulators like to do to the market to kind of, you know, mess over the average Joe, right? And these are things to watch out for. Let's draw a resistance level on the top here. There's clear resistance there. Y'all can see what I'm talking about, right? You know what I'm talking about here. Levels of support and resistance. Support, resistance. Support, resistance. Support meaning it's holding it up. Resistance means no, you're not going any higher than that, right? Okay. We have clearly broken a pretty key support level, and there's nothing here. There's nothing to support it. The next support level would be roughly right here. You can see it, right? Like support, 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 support. You get the idea. Likely what's going to happen is they're going to dilly-dally in this area for a bit, and it may come back down here to either this support line or this support line. But be prepared. If you're a trader, you're going to sit for hours and not take trades. At least a smart one anyway. Because if you get in here, I'm like, oh my God, it's turning green. I'm going to buy here. And then you get knocked out. You're in trouble. You do that enough times, you've lost your portfolio. But it does appear, and I don't know for sure, until it does break down, as to whether or not it's heading in the downward direction until it finds another level of support, like this one or this one, and figure it out. It is in an upward trend. It is in an upward trend. It has broken the last resistance, right? Here was resistance on the left. It's just kind of hovering there right now, right? It's just kind of, everybody's just counting their money right now, I think. I don't know what they're doing. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit and watch it. I'm going to sit and watch it and figure out, you know, which way is it going? Which way is the market heading? Right now, I can't call it. I don't know. And this was the one thing that I was kind of worried about with trading live streams is something like this. So just a hang up. You know what I mean? Like, I don't trade unless there's volume. I don't. Sometimes, you know, like, it might be worth the risk if it pops down to like right here to short the market. You could short it and hope that you're right, but definitely make sure you put a stop loss in there. But, you know, that's the way that this thing is. I mean, it'll eat you up and chew you out. You know, it's very, very volatile. But we can go back here and look at examples of how I would trade. RSI, is clearly oversold, right here. I would be watching this. Let's say you saw this big red candle movement right here, right? Let's say you saw that and you're like, okay, let's wait for that to come down. And once it appears to find some level of support, like, you know, this is support here. Once it appears to find some level of support, just give it a bit. This took not all. It's not going to take this long every single time, obviously, but let's see. Let's measure it. About 12 minutes of waiting. That's why I like the 1 minute, because if you'd went over to the 5 minute, it'd be like an hour, half an hour. But I would have waited, okay, and then just as soon as I saw some sort of confirmation from the market, I would have started seeing volume. I would have taken a trade right here. Most likely, I would have waited for this green candle, and then when it got ready to close, if you look up here, it has it's not there right now, obviously, but there's a 1 minute ticker, and it'll tick down 1 minute, and same for 5, 15, 30, whatever. I would have waited, and I would have probably taken this trade. The way I trade now versus the way that I traded in the beginning is a little different, because Gala is a little more volatile than Bitcoin, for example. As you can tell, it's a little smoother. Gala is very aggressive. It gets those big wicks at the top of the candles here. I would have taken this trade and held it as long as I can. Just as soon as I saw weakness in that trade, I would then sell it. That's how I trade now. And then I would wait. Okay? I would wait. And what I mean by volume is, if you see how, like, these little green candles, that's not volume. These big green candles like that, that's buy volume. People are buying the crap out of it. Okay? And another way you could do this is wait for support like this, and sell it when the RSI reaches oversold. Very risky. However, you can do that. You can do that. That is one way you can do it. I would have... I'm a scalper, so I don't hold. I'm not a swing trader. I'm not swinging from 30-minute waiting for the peak and then, you know, holding on to that trade for over, you know, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours. However, if you wanted to do that, if swing trading is more your style, and you held on to that for an hour and 32 minutes, that's a 2.7% return, which is like roughly on a $100 trade, it'd be, you know, about 100% return. Pretty good return. Also, keep in mind, the markets are not always this easy. They're not always this easy. Sometimes they'll just go sideways for literally like, I don't know, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours sometimes. When you see that, you might as well just set an alert and walk away from it. I can show you how to do that as well. All right. Any questions on any of this at the moment? Like I said, I'm not going to do a terrible long stream here because I'm probably going to be trading tonight, and I'm not going to be streaming the trade. However, we are finding support here. We are finding support, I think. But I will be. I've been busy with, you know, the business, and then trading obviously is life-changing. It can either make you or break you. I highly recommend, if you're going to get into it, be gentle with it. Only use money that you don't care to lose. And if you're okay with losing $100 or $50, or even, I mean, you can start trading. I know people that have started trading with $1, and grew that $1 into $1,000. That's a very aggressive trader. And you would probably likely be maybe 100 trades to get to that point. If you did it right with the right leverage, you could do it. It could be done. Of course, when you're trading with $1 and you take 10%, a 10% scalp, you know, like that, you're only going to make 10 cents. If you take If you take $2, it's 20 cents. $3, 30 cents. You get the idea. $10, $1. $100, $10. $200, $20. But if you lose and you don't set a stop loss in, then you're gonna lose way more than that, because you have trader, you have fees. That's something else we need to talk about. You have fees. So those fees, depending on the amount that you're trading with, if it's $1,000, then the fee's like $10. And let's say you close it out and you lose 5% of your $1,000, you've just lost, $50 minus your $10 trading fee is $60. Do that enough times, you feel where I'm going here. All right. But if I was, you can also go down through, the best thing to do is to find your exchange, whatever exchange you're using. I recommend using Kraken, because you can actually use leverage. I'll tell you what, let me go over here and see if I can actually sign into my Kraken account. I know that there's not much money in there, but I can show you. Let me sign into Kraken, and I will demonstrate how to do this. Okay, sign in. You can do it. Of course, it don't look right. I'm not shocked. No, I know I'm right. All right, here we go. TFA, make sure you set up TFA. Please set up TFA. If you don't set up TFA, somebody can hack into your account. Not a good idea. Okay. And Kraken is pretty good about it. They send me an email stating that I signed in with a new account. Oh, I forgot to tell you this, guys. So I actually was flying the other day, and I'm a drone pilot, so I'm a commercial drone pilot. For the business, while I'm pulling this up, I'll tell you the story. I crashed my drone for, like, I don't know, the 7th time now, but it was pretty crazy. It was pretty crazy. I had to ship it off, and I had to let me see why this is not sending. I had to ship it off, and it's just part of the, is what it is. You know what I mean? It just kind of happens at that. Confirm. Yeah, it really hates, this exchange really hates VPNs. Really hates them. I don't know why, but it does. Let me try to resend it. Save, resend. I should have already had it set up. A little bit of tidbit information, insider information. I think if anybody uses Coinbase, I don't know how long Coinbase will last. And that's primarily why I'm using Kraken. So that way I can exchange back and forth. Please. Thank you. Thank you. It worked. All right, cool. Okay, we have confirmation. All right, here we go. Let's go back over to the trading. So as you can see in this account, Kraken account, we have $19.90, and it was just a smidge lower than that, but I bought some Bitcoin this morning before I thought it was going to go up with that $19 and made like a buck. That's without leverage. Okay. Let's say you want to do some trading. Okay. You can go in here. I'm going to try to explain this. If you have questions, now's the time to ask those questions. So there's two different types of orders. You have a limit order, all right? A limit order. So let's go over to Bitcoin, for example. You have a limit order. So you think this is support. It's obviously support now, right? It's quite evident. It has rebroken. It has broken its previous highs from support. So it's going up, all right? It's going up. So let's say Bitcoin, right? If you're looking to put in a limit order would be down here. What you would do is find the number you think it's going to go down to. It doesn't have to hit that number, but once you get good at trading, you can do it. Limit orders are cheaper than market orders. Okay, that's why most people, experienced traders, use limit orders. The way I do it is market orders. It's whatever the price of Bitcoin is. As you can see, 23,118. If we go over to Bitcoin, it is the exact same cost, 23,114, 23,113. It's give or take. Okay, it's not 100% accurate, but amount of Bitcoin to buy. How much do you want to buy? You enter in your number here. You can use US dollars. That way it makes it, let's say, $10. Right? You want to use do you want to use a limit order? Do you want to use a market order? Let's go in here. This is actually better. This is better. Okay. Let's say immediate. I want to do expires immediate, right? What's up, JS? Let's see. So anyway, we go into advanced. This is much better. Okay. So buy. Let's say US, let's say Bitcoin. This is a little different exchange, but we can figure it out together, okay? BTC slash USDT. That's the one we want. Okay. We own in the Kraken exchange here. I currently own US dollar Tether. It's not US dollar. It's still a crypto, but it doesn't fluctuate. And I'll show you this. Let me go over here to, let's just go over to USDT. USDT, okay? US dollar against USDT. As you can see, even if we go back to days, we can go back months, okay? We can go back, let's just go on hourly. US dollar Tether does not move. It just doesn't. It holds the same cost literally always. It does dip a little, as you can see. Like, when was this? May 12th. Anyway, there are, spikes, whatever, but as you can see, it went spike down and then come back down. Whatever. Usually it's very stable. It's not like regular crypto, okay? It's very stable. It's called a stable coin. It doesn't move. Most people store their wealth in Tether, okay, when they're trading. So let's go back over to Bitcoin. And let's change this over to, okay, we're on the Kraken exchange. USDT. There we go. All right. So how much Bitcoin do you want to buy? Use US dollar Tether. I have 20, basically. So let's say we want to buy $10. Okay. The type, I want to do a market order because I don't want to wait for it. I want to just buy it. Market order is instantaneous. A limit order means it has to go to the point where your limit is, which always has to be under where the market is. So if the market is here, for example, you have to wait for it to come back down to here before it will fill. If you put it up here, they call that a taker's order, and it won't go through. It's not going to work. All right? It's not going to work. You have to put it under it, wait for it to come down, touch your limit order, and then it'll hopefully go back up. You have to be very good, but I recommend using a market order. This is like the estimated cost. And then you have a couple options here under leverage. Leverage meaning how much do you want to times your $10 by? So let's say you have $10 and you want to turn it into $20. You can borrow the money from the exchange, and now you got $20, $30, $40, $50. You get the idea. All right. How do you want to pay your fee? I'm going to pay my fee in USDT. It's just easier to use USDT. Trust me. Okay. Order type. Let's see. This is a little different than the one I use. So conditional close. I'll close it manually. Or you can put a take profit, and then you set in the number. How much money do you want to take profit at? I'm not doing that. I'm just going to watch it and sell it when I'm ready. But I recommend that you guys do a take profit. How much profit do you want to take? You enter in that number here. And then it'll automatically open. Let's say you want to take, I recommend percentage. So let's say you want to pull out 1%. Just remember you have fees. Preferred currency applies to, let's see which way Bitcoin's going. I think it's actually gonna go short, for example. I would think it's gonna go short. And you can short the market. I'm going to use US dollar tether, right? I'm just going to do this as an example. I don't even know if this is going to win a trade. I highly doubt it. Let me go to the 1 minute. Actually, let's do a long. All right, let's do a long, $10. Starts now. I'm going to use US dollar tether for the fee. I don't know what Kraken's fees are. Let's say I want to use no leverage. But you could, I mean, you can use, let's just use 2% leverage. Let's use that and see what happens. Order type. Oh, that's the close. So basically I have it set up on a market order. If I hit buy, then we will be in this order. Okay. If I hit buy, I'm using 2% leverage. You can use up to 3. This is a brand new account for myself. I have to wait until Thursday for it to release my funds. Basically, that's why it's such a ill-funded account. But you can trade 110% off of the Kraken exchange. Let's just take a trade and just show you what it would look like. Submit the order. I'm taking 10. Submit. Oh, okay. Well, it's not going to let me do it because I'm not verified. Oh. Why is it that much? 2 to 1 fee estimated to spend. Why is it trying to send that much? That's not going to work. Oh, there we go. Let's just use no leverage. Maybe that's the problem. I don't know. Market order. Let's see if it'll work. Ah, there we go. So the market went through. Positions. We can go in and look at our positions, see what we are in. Hopefully trades. There we go. I'm in a buy order at 23,182. So let's go mark that on the map here. 23,182. Where are you? Right there. Draw a line so we can see it. All right. I'm in the order right there. Cost. This is so much different. Okay, maybe it'll let me click on? Maybe? Not sure. I gotta figure this out with you guys. Bitcoin US dollar tether. Positions. And I gotta figure out how to close it. Let's see. Kraken is a lot different. A lot different. And you can also see I got $9 left in my account up here. So far, this is where we took our trade, and we're down. This is, I don't know how to sell it. How to sell the bloody thing. Okay, it's a buy order. Executed. This is honestly, I don't understand why exchanges have to be so complicated. I don't use this exchange other than to move money from one account to another. This exchange is so I can transfer from Bybit to this account, to this exchange, and then from this exchange to my bank. Does that make sense? I don't trade with it. You could trade with it, but I can't even figure it out. And I'm an experienced trader. See, if you can't figure out how to freaking close it. Sell Bitcoin? No. Buy Bitcoin with, okay. Sell Bitcoin for US dollar. Okay. That one. Do I have to do this every time? Kraken. Y'all suck. Really badly. Like, I should be able to just click on the bloody thing and... I'll set a curse word. I should be able to just click on the bloody thing and sell it. Like, Bybit is just so much simpler. Let me show you. Make sure I don't have, like, a bunch of information on here. Let me show you how much easier this is. It is way easier. I'll probably try to sell that or just let it roll. It doesn't matter. Let's see. Inverse perpetual contracts. Order value. Let me move some of these funds around right quick. Transfer from derivatives spot account USDT. All right. All right, let me show you how much simpler this is. It is easy. It is a lot easier. Let me switch over to my exchange. All right, much easier. Yeah. Okay. Trading. Okay, this is, like I said, you have to have a VPN. Okay. Otherwise, it'll give you a warning. You say you can't use it here because apparently Bybit and the US have some sort of beef. I don't know why, but they have some sort of thing where like they won't allow Bybit to operate within the US. If I had to guess, it's because Bybit has literally the cheapest exchange fees ever. That's why I use it. You can use whatever you want, but I recommend using this. It is very simple. Okay, up here under open, you have a limit order, you have a market order, you have a conditional order. I always go with market. You can pick, okay, here's my available balance, right? I can pick how much. I can enter it in manually, right? 20 bucks, let's say. Or you can just pick a percentage. It'll tell you, you know, 50% of the total balance, or you can use 100% of the total balance, whatever. You get the idea. And then you literally hit whatever you're wanting to do. Long is up, short is down. You think it's going to go long, you open a long like this. I'll do it just to show you. All right, it's in a position right now. And then whenever you're ready to close it, you hit close up here, market. You don't want to do limit. You want to do market 100%, and then close your long position, right? And it'll close it out. As you can see down here in the bottom right, it has, let me just put a, I'll show you how to put a stop loss on here too. You got the TPS down here at the bottom. You got take profit or stop loss. If you hit a stop loss, you can enter in a percentage or just enter in the number manually, right? Or take profit. So let's say you want to take 10% profit, but you only want to take a 5% loss, right? As an example. Let's say you want to go higher, you can go higher, right? And if you hit confirm, this green line here is your stop loss, and this green line at the top, if this is your current market order, as you can see it going up and down right there. Once it goes up and touches the green line, it'll close it. And if it makes it down here to this, you can see how much profit or loss you're taking. Right now it's down 6.2% and continuing to go down. So I'm going to close it. But you get the idea. If you want to open one, right, you open it. Fairly simple. Enter in your cost. And if you want to open a short, in other words, you think it's going to go down, you open your short. Let's see. I don't know if I can figure this out or not. How do I close this out, Kraken? Positions. Do I have to like go in and sell it? Like sell Bitcoin amount? It's not 10 Bitcoin. You would think positions, order book. Oh, they have an order book? Nice. Okay. Open orders. I don't think I'm actually in a trade. I think it closed my trade. Although it says executed cost. I mean, it says it, but it also says closed right here. That's why I don't understand it. I don't get it. Because it was traded. Okay, we bought $10 worth XYZ Bitcoin. I don't know. I'll have to do some research on it, but whatever. It's literally like 20 bucks. Doesn't matter. But it does to some. I'm sorry. It does matter to some people. But all right, follow the basic principles that I gave you. Find a crypto that you like to trade. Look for something. If you look down here where my cursor is, look for something that has a very big amount of volume. Another thing you can do is go in here where it says, my face is in the way. You see right here where it shows change percentage, you know, whatever. If you change it to green, you can figure out the number one, right? Trading, it's up 8%. This one is. Same rules apply. Look for oversold. Are we oversold on the ADX? Is that what it's called? It won't even show me what it's called. Whatever. I'll show y'all before we close out. And then take your trade. If you'd have took this trade, I mean, for example, this would have been a good one. 10% in an hour. Good return. You can go that route, but make sure it has a lot of volume. Like a low number for volume would be like 100 to 200, you know, thousand. A lot of volume is obviously 1.6 million is a lot of volume. Okay, a lot of volume. Bitcoin is, that is not the right one, is it? Oh yeah, I got the wrong thing on. Bitcoin is at 21,000, so it's not moving very much. People are just holding. They're consolidating. Gala is at 40 million. It's fairly good. If I'd held that trade, still be in the green. LRC, 1.25 million. I would trade those. I'm trying to find one that shows like low volume. Here's one with low volume. 400,000 is low volume. 400,000 on that one. Ethereum, that's pretty low volume. That means it's not moving, is what I'm getting at here. It's not moving very much. For example, it's like if you'd have waited and like got confirmation that this is definitely the bottom, and you would have took that trade, it moved 1.69% in 52 minutes. Like, and then let's go over to LRC, for example. Find the bottom. Let's say you knew for sure and you took this trade. In 2 hours, you went up 3% versus 1%. Is that right? Anyway, you get the idea. Look for something that has good volume. There's literally a ton of cryptos. Find one that has good volume. A day trader is going to sit here all day long, and they're going to look through, find something with volume. Let's say... Let me find one. Percentage. Let's just go with DX. I've never traded this. Don't know what it is. Didn't know it existed. Whatever. This one has a lot of volume. $1.68 million. Let's say I wanted to trade this because the swings are, I need at least 0.40% at least, which is that little tiny bit right there. That little bar, that box. So find something with a lot of volume and start looking at your charts or your indicators. Okay, the three that I showed you. When you start looking for those, look for confirmation. Like for example, it's oversold. It's definitely at the bottom on this one. Wait for it to cross over into the green. Take your trade. Okay. You can, if you want to just stick with the known coins, Bitcoin, for example, Ethereum, for example, Litecoin, for example, Mana's been around for a long time. Solana's been around for a long time. Sushi's risky. I mean, people have made money on it. But, these are all coins that I would consider trading. I added these to the list. If you want to add one to a list, let's say, let me change my exchange. I'll remove one and then show you how to do it. Binance. That was the one I was thinking about. Binance is a good one. Binance. There you are. Okay. Binance. All right. Let's remove. remove this one. Okay, I'm going to remove it. Go over here. I'm going to search for Bitcoin right here. And I want to select it. Wait. Oh, I got to do it over here. That's right. Add. Search for, make sure your exchange is the one that you selected. Mine is Bybit, for example, Bitcoin to US dollar tether. What you're doing is you're exchanging US dollar tether for Bitcoin, and then when you sell it, it goes back into US dollar tether, and then you can exchange that for US dollars or euros or wherever you're at, and you're good to go. So I want to add this one over here. It's now added on this side. If you want to move it, you can just literally drag it to where you want it. I keep it at the top. Bitcoin is one of the top traded coins. Also, it's the one that's the most valuable at $23,000 for one Bitcoin. Not bad. Anybody got any questions? We'll eventually do some real trading in real time. Just do keep in mind it is very boring. So if you're not into being bored and you have to be entertained at all hours, well, trading may not be for you. If you're okay with being bored and making money, what I usually do, it doesn't work for everybody, but what I usually do is I watch something on this monitor while I'm waiting for a trade to line up. Once the trade lines up, then I just shift my attention back, enter the trade if I'm going to enter the trade. If I'm going to hold it for 30 minutes, an hour or something, then I'll go back, set my stop loss. For example, I'll enter the trade here, and is this a long? I think it is, yeah. Let's say I entered this trade here, and I was looking for a profit of around 1%, right? It would have hit it right here. I could definitely rest assured that I am fine. I can go back to what I was doing because I have a stop loss in place. Just in case the market says, no, I'm going to give you the middle finger and I'm going to reverse, and then it's just going to go down. Let's say it goes down to here. You don't want to be in that trade anymore, especially with leverage, because if you're using leverage at that point, I mean, you can liquidate an entire portfolio instantly. Crypto is very volatile, but if you do it right, you can make very good money doing it. I'll break down, I will break down, let me see here. Let me see if I have a few trades I can show you. Okay, I'll show you a few trades that I have here. Starting back on the 18th, I started with, that was yesterday, I traded with $160. That's how much money I had in my derivatives account, okay? In that account, I traded, let's see. Yeah, okay. I can tell you how much I have now from that 160, but I want to show you the trades. I want you to see the trades, what I did, okay? So let me show you. So yesterday, this was the first trade, okay? That was a total profit. I didn't use the whole 160, but I was using 25 times leverage, very risky. Be careful. If you don't know what you're doing, you can lose it all. Trust me, okay? I'll show you how risky it is here in just a moment. So I took $160 and I only traded with 100 of that, kept 60 back. So I just entered in the number right here. Let's say 100, right? It's probably going to curse me all to pieces, but you get the idea. 100, right? Say I wanted 100. And I held that for 25, roughly 20%, which would have been 0.8%, or a move about like that, from here to here. That was that move right there. Okay, and then I held the next trade and closed profit of $51. Okay, closed profit of 51. So now I'm up $73. Okay. That was a long position. In other words, it was going up. I thought it was going to go up. I bet against the market, maxed out my leverage, took the trade. The same with my, these were on Gala, by the way. These were not on Bitcoin. Then I took a short. In other words, I thought it was going to go down. Okay. I thought it was going to go down, and I was correct. It went down another bit. Okay. Then the trade right after that, I thought it was going to reverse, so I lost $48. So that was basically a null and void trade. Okay. Then I took a long position after that, after it finally corrected itself. It probably pulled one of these numbers, went down. I was like, oh, okay, it's gonna go short right here. No, middle finger, like I said, and it went the other direction. It went up instead of down. Then the next one, I pulled a $11 profit, so I'm only 30 in the hole at that point. Then I pulled another profit of $32. You get the idea, so on and so forth, etc., etc. In one day, I turned $160 into $360. We can go through all these if you don't believe me, but that's what I managed to do. I exchanged $160 and came out, maybe it's $340. Basically doubled my money. Okay, I 100%ed my money in roughly, I don't know, 7 hours, I think is what the trading was. If this is something that you guys are interested in, definitely stick around. We'll do some more trading like this in the future, but it is going to be boring, I promise. But you'll be able to see me actually enter into trades and close those trades, and then you can, ask questions, whatever. But just do keep in mind, if we're going to be trading here, I might be talking a little bit, and then like, all right, I think this is looking like a long position. I'm going to take in the long position, and then we'll go from there. But that's probably how it's going to be very boring. It's nothing like Fortnite, obviously. And if this is something you're interested in, I highly recommend going in here, adding these indicators. Like I said, bull trading. It is this one. We'll do it one more time, and then I am going to sign off, guys. It's this one right here. Bull Trading, 1 minute, easy scalp by Gustavo Ruby. You need that one. You need CDV. This one, whatever, that word, delta volume. Okay. All right. And then the other one you need is the RSI. Obviously, don't take my word for this. Test it for yourself. Make sure it works before you try to take a trade. Okay? Before you take a trade, test it for yourself. I'll show you what you should be trying, and then see if this works. See if it works for yourself. But wait for it to be oversold. This is obviously a consolidation. You don't have too many buyers. You don't have too many sellers. It's like the buyers are holding it here. It's like they're holding it up, and they're like, okay, big guys with money, guys with millions and millions of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars. We got you. All right? We're holding you. Once you see that for a period of time, then you'll see the big guys come in and trickle in. They'll trickle in, right? They'll trickle in with little amounts, 20,000, 30,000, 10,000, 5,000, 1,000, They'll trickle in and they'll buy it all the way. And this is not going to reverse, I don't think. I think it's going to continue. It's obviously hit some resistance here, but it's probably going to come down to about right here, retest, maybe even come down here and retest, and then it's probably going to skyrocket. We're very bullish today. But what I was going to say is test this for yourself. Look at the RSI, see when it's oversold. Also confirm it on the CDV. Make sure that it's oversold. Once you start seeing volume, right? There's volume here. These big candles, these are big. This is volume. At this point, what I would do is I'm going to wait for the RSI to come back here to oversold and retest. This is a confirmation for a trader. I'm going to wait for this to come back down here, retest. What I mean is they're going to test to see if it's going to go any further than this line right here. They're going to test to see if it's going to go below this line. They're going to come down here. They're going to test it. Okay, we're good. We have a good bed to lay on. We have support. Once you get that, it can go one of two ways, because you can play this two ways, okay? You can wait for it to come down here and get support and then bounce back up. And if it does the opposite and goes through that line, you could short the market. You could do that too. All right? Just watch the market. Try to figure it out. Stare at these charts. Try to figure it out. Spend the time. Pretend it's like... If you look at this like your life depends on it, pretend like it's a life and death scenario. Like cake or candy, or you're gonna go run to the fridge and grab a soda. Same scenario. You want it bad enough, you'll sit here and you'll watch it. Okay? But if you don't want it bad enough, then you're not gonna do anything with it, and it's gonna slip through your fingers. And it is what it is at that point. You just have to want it bad enough. I've always been a driven person. I've always wanted it. I've lost, like I said, I lost in the beginning of trading. I lost over $6,000. That is 6G, $6,000 when I started trading. I am not gonna lose $6,000 again because I didn't know what I was doing. But because I lost $6,000, and it wasn't all in one sitting, so don't get me wrong on that. It was a bunch over time. When you take a hurting in life like that, when you hurt enough, you tend it's like a trigger in your brain. It's like you get a spanking when you're a kid. You don't do that again, right? But it's the same scenario. You take enough of a hurt, and then you tend to be very conservative and not want that again, right? It's kind of like wrecking your favorite sports car. You don't wreck it too many times before it's worthless. You just don't. You baby it, right? Same way with this. See if you can figure out these markets, and if you can figure them out and you want to, I'm going to go into our Discord, and I'm going to create a brand new section for trades. And if you want to post a video, hey, this is a trade that I made, this is something that I think is cool on this or that, or you have a question, or I'm hoping that a bunch more traders will get in there and kind of converse with each other, and hey, this is what I think the market's going to do. If you're not following me on Twitter, I predicted back, it was way back here, I don't even remember. It's been too far back now. I'll never find it now. Let me just go 30 minutes. Yeah, okay, it was up here somewhere. I don't remember the exact day. No, it's definitely not March. Definitely was not March. It was around this area right here. I predicted the markets were going to go down, and we had a fairly good correction. It did bounce, as you can see, right off of resistance there. It was an 11% correction. It took a long time, took days, but I shorted it to death. I followed that short all the way down to the bottom. When I told you guys I was going to short the market, I went in here, I entered in my trade, I hit open short, and I followed that thing. I would take a little bit, not get greedy. Greed is bad. I would take a little bit and then close it. Now I have, instead of $160, I have $110, right? For example, trading with $110. Remember what I told you. If you're trading with $10, you're now making $1. So now instead of making $10 per trade, you're making $11 per trade. If you do the same thing again, it's like a snowball, right? It just it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. That's the idea here. The idea is to take more winning trades than you do losing trades. If you can take more winning trades than you do losing trades, you'll come out ahead. You will lose money. I promise. I lose money, as you can see. I showed you. But the idea is, if you lose money, you need to think of your brain, you know, as like a CPU and a computer. It's the brain, okay? The difference between a computer and your brain is it has emotions and feelings and all that. The one thing that you will learn as a trader if you lose enough money is feelings. The market doesn't care about you. It doesn't. It will rip you to pieces, and it just doesn't care. So remove your feelings from your trades. It's just money, okay? You can make more of it. You're going to lose money. Just like if you go down and buy a sandwich, you're going to lose $10, you know? It's that simple, okay? Remove the emotional attachment from the money and focus on your trades. Look at your trades. Go in and see if you can predict the market, and take your, you know, try it out. See if you can do it. I recommend using TradingView. Those 3 different indicators. Use whatever you want. Do as much research as you want. That's what I did. YouTube is probably the best academy out there, honestly. Not everybody is smart. So take that with a grain of salt. If you feel like it is bad, don't do it. You know, everybody's trying to sell you a get-rich-quick scheme, and it doesn't work that way. It just doesn't. Life does not work that way. Every now and again, you'll hear once in a blue moon, a man, you know, traded $100 and turned it into $250K. But that man just got lucky. He was in the right place at the right time, and you're not going to be that lucky, I promise. Just focus on pulling $8, $10, $20 out of the market at a time, and before you know it, if you trade 10 trades in an 8-hour period, like a regular job, right? If you take 10 trades, and let's say your average trade was $8, that's $80. Okay, that's $80. That's $80. Let's say you did $10, that's $100. You have to pay tax on that, of course, because once you know, you got to keep records of this. But it's just like a business. You pay taxes on it. But if you do that every day, let's say you don't cash that money out. Let's say you took $100 and you got 10 good trades and 5 bad trades. But your 10 good trades outweighed your 5, right? So, you know, on a good day, you could take that many trades. Let's say you made $100 that day from the $100 that you had. All right. Now you have $200 to work with. And let's say you're a day trader and you want to cash this money out at the end of the week. And let's say you really want to have a challenge. Okay? And I'll explain what I mean by that. Let's say you take 100, you turn it into 200, and then the next day you turn the 200. It's easier now because you don't have to take 10 trades. You only have to take 5. You can slow down now, right? But if you take the same 10, you could turn the 200 into 400, and so on, so forth, etc., etc. The way people, day traders do this is they trade with smaller amount than their portfolio, because most people get big eyes and they're like, okay, I've got like $1,500 here. I'm gonna bet it all, right? I think it's gonna go up, and then bad idea. Don't do it. So take a small portion, use a little bit of leverage. I would not trade with more than, let's say, 3 to 5% leverage when you first start. Get the ball rolling, and then up your leverage once you're more confident. But look at the markets. Try to find your support and resistance levels, like I've shown here. Find your support and resistance levels. The market does not have to bounce off of a support level. This is just a rough guesstimate. It should bounce here. It doesn't have to bounce there. It just, like this one, for example, it bounced here, and then this one was slightly above that, right? I mean, it was like, what? I mean, it was almost 0.5% off. But see if you can find these support and resistance levels. If I had to put a prediction on it for today, we're probably just going to consolidate like this all night, which is money. Okay? Find your resistance levels, short it. Only pull out a percentage. If it's 10%, close it out and you're good. Okay. You can also trade with Bybit or any of these on your phone. I recommend using a computer so you can see the chart and you can zoom out. You can, like I said, go into like the 30-minute, for example, figure out which way it's going. What I typically do when I come in for my trading session, I look at the 4-hour. I go into the 4-hour. I see where we're at. We're at the top of the market, obviously, right? Down here, we're at the bottom of the market. And I look at these candles. You'll start getting good at predicting them. Odds are it will probably at least go up another 1% before it pushes back down. We are in the green. That doesn't mean just buy, because you can get liquidated in just like that much. Not this, like, it can take no time. Because remember, if you're using 25 times leverage and it goes down 10%, that's that much. It's very little. It's not even a real percent on here. You have to make sure and understand that stuff. I'll try to teach it a little bit more, and we'll try to do some live trading in the future. But see if you can find these support and resistance levels and actually sit in front of the computer and watch it. Okay, sit there and watch it and see if you can put these indicators together and see if you can figure out what it's going to do. Once you, what I would probably do, you don't want to be like me and lose money, enter into money and, like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't want to just use money and lose it. So what I would do is get a pen and a piece of paper. If you got an iPad, whatever, write it down your phone. If you're using 25 times leverage like myself, I wouldn't recommend it, but let's say you are, start seeing if you can pluck out trades, right? I think it's going to go up from here. All right. And write down the trade, under a section where it says, green trades or good trades or whatever, and then write another column on the other side that says trades that you messed up. Once you get to the point where you have very few bad trades and more good trades, then you're ready to start playing with real money. But don't think it's going to happen overnight, okay? It's likely to take a while. One more thing that I will tell you guys before we sign off here. As you can see, some of these candles, we call these candles, the reason we call them candles because they got like wicks on them, like a candle. But you see how this one's like a real bright green color, and this one is just like a dull-ish, not so fancy green color. These green ones are using the bull. Okay, you see it? They're using that bull 1 minute easy scalp indicator to highlight any candles that have a lot of volume. They've got a lot of moving power in them. That's one reason that I like it. Traditionally, even if you eliminated these two, even if you turned these two off, let's say you didn't have these on at all, you could just technically use this one indicator right here, and I'll show you how to do it. You wait for it to come down here and find support. Once it finds support and then it crosses over, okay, you can wait for it to turn green like this one did, and once those bands, I'll show you, let me zoom in. See the bands, they open up. Once they start opening up, that means there's a lot of volume in the green direction. You could open an order as soon as you start seeing that volume. Let's say you took the order here, right? At 58.75, 0.05875, right here. Okay. It's not even, this is like 5 cents. This is why I trade it so much, because it moves more than Bitcoin. But let's say you took the trade here, right? And you just held it until, because you can't see this over here, right? You don't know what's going on over here. But let's say you held it until it like starts hitting resistance, right? It's going up and it just won't. It feels to you like it's not gonna go any higher, like it's done. Close the trade. And if you'd have done that with this trade, for example, right here, this one, 1.61, that would be $45 with 100 right there. 45 bucks. That's those big trades I was showing y'all earlier. That's how I did it. Okay, I waited for volume, wait for it to come over, cross over, got confirmation, take the trade. You could have held it. What's the point at that point? You know what I mean? 40 bucks. And then wait for resistance. Just keep waiting. Wait. It crossed back over the green line. You've got confirmation now, right? Pull a tiny scalp off that, you know? You could have got $15. Could have got 15 bucks. But let's just be careful because you need to set your stop losses. I personally don't use stop losses very much. I just know which way the market's going to go at this point, right? I just watch it. So this wouldn't scare me so much. I would be scared at this point, but this doesn't scare me as much. Let's say I took a short here and I would just wait it out. Just wait it out. And I could have still pulled out like $12 or $13 right there with 100 bucks. But the idea is to get the ball rolling, trade with 100, trade with 50, trade with 10, and use leverage, trade it up until you get to 100, and then set another goal. I want to trade it from 100 to 200. I want to trade it from 200 to 300. You know, set modest goals. Modest goals. Keep trading. And I hope everybody that is interested in trading will keep us just keep me informed. I'd love to track you through your journey, and if you have any questions, I'm going to create a Discord channel specifically for trading. If you get any good green trades, do some research on exchanges. I recommend Bybit because they have very cheap exchange fees. You could also use, what was the other one I recommended to you guys? Binance. You can use Kraken if you want to use Coinbase, so be it. I don't know if Coinbase is going to be around for too much longer. Let's see. Any of those other ones? KuCoin, you could use KuCoin. I use Bybit. It's easier. Cheap fees, like I said. And I will tell you this about Bybit. If you take a limit order, let's say I'll show you how to enter a limit order. You can actually, on Bybit, you can actually go over here, click this, hit limit buy, right? You can do that right there. Hit it right here like that. Well, let's see. I gotta enter in a number lower than what I have, or right at what I have. Let's say 100%. Let's just do 100. Let's say limit order right here, buy, and you can click it. Oh, you gotta do it up here. Well, let me do it. I'm doing it wrong. I apologize. I usually don't do it this way. I'll show you. So let's say post only, order price 5,900, 0.0 5,900. I want it to post only, and open all. So okay, now we have a limit order set in here. Imagine this comes back down here. I think it's going to come back down here and touch this line. I don't have any money in the market right now. I have zero money in the market. Okay, it's just a limit order. But a limit order, Bybit will actually pay you to take a limit order. Rather than you pulling a market order, they will actually pay you, which is basically free, to open a limit order. So anything over this, you don't have to like go up a certain percentage before, you know, it actually starts doing an ROI. But you can move it around. Let's say you want it to come down here and just barely touch it, but whatever, you get the idea. Okay, so you definitely want to make sure and hit post only. If you have post only unchecked and you hit order price 59 and you hit open, it will open it as a market. It just will. I don't know why, but make sure it's post on a limit order. You think it's going to go down, it'll go down there and touch it. Just remember, it could go below it. Once you start figuring out the market, then it will get a little more easier to understand. I recommend starting with market orders. Also, you need to figure out a way to get the money into the exchange. Also, if you don't know how to do that, there's a lot of information out there in the interwebs on how to transfer money from Coinbase, for example, to Bybit or Kraken or whatever. The way that I do this is I trade all day. I find the number that I want to trade with the next day. I put the number here, move the rest of it over to my spot account. When I'm ready to exchange this, I send the money over to an exchange like Kraken or Coinbase. And from there, I then send it. It comes in as US dollar tether, so you have to exchange US dollar tether for US dollars. Once you do that, then you can go in and send it to your bank. Okay. So if you make $100, do keep in mind you might want to make a little more than 100 because there are fees to send it from one exchange to the other exchange, and then to exchange it from US dollar tether to dollars itself. I know this is overwhelming to some people, but to exchange it back to dollars, you might lose $15 to $20 in exchange fees between exchanges. It's not that much, honestly. It's like $2, so like $2 to exchange 100 or to send 100, and then exchange it's like another $2 or $3, so it's like $10, so you'd have 90 at that point. Just make a little extra, and then you're good to go. Just be prepared, you're going to lose a little bit on fees. I'm gonna try to figure out why in the heck I can't close this on Kraken. Heck, I might just leave it here and just let it run, whatever. But if anybody's got any questions, I'm fixing to close this thing out, and I'm gonna trade. I'm gonna be trading tonight. There's still a lot of volume. Let's watch this real quick though, because I have a funny feeling it's gonna hit this resistance level and go down. I have a feeling. However, you could trade this. You could trade it two different ways though. You could trade it two different ways. Historically today, because this was at 5 a.m., right here where my line's at. Historically today, we went up, tested it, no bueno. Tested it, no bueno. Tested it, no bueno. Tried to test it, very weak attempt. You get the idea. Tested it. It's not going over the 6-cent range for some reason. So it's likely to do that wave right there, which is good because you can trade this. You've got roughly an hour between each trade. 56 minutes, 58 minutes. You could pull a trade here. 58 minutes, pull a trade here. An hour. Just be prepared. You're going to sit there for a while. You will sit there. Are they gonna? Oh, they broke it. They broke it. No, they're still at the. No, they're still at the resistance. They're still there. They finally broke it. They broke it. They finally broke it. This is a pivotal moment right here. I love to see it. I will be trading bullish all night probably. I might short it, but it just depends. You gotta figure out, start figuring out which way it's gonna go. They finally broke it though. They finally broke that resistance level. I don't know if there's like a. Here, let's look at this real quick. No. Stop it. All right. Prediction. Let's see if we can find the support levels. Support, resistance. Okay, there's a huge resistance level at 61,376. Boom, boom, boom. Let's zoom out. Okay, right there. 61. Wait, what was it? 37. Okay, yeah, right at this marker here. There's right there is it's likely to go up to that point right there. Everything's consolidating right now. They're likely to try to push it because they obviously broke this level of resistance, which is awesome. That means it's likely to go higher. It doesn't have to, but it's likely to. I'll be watching it heavy right here. And then it's probably going to stop at this next resistance level. You know, they're going to be trying to push it back down. And then you can short it from there. And if you short it from there, it's going to find a new support level. So what I mean by that is, let me actually show you what it'll do here. So what it'll do is it'll go up. It'll likely hit this. Let's say it can go one of two ways. It'll either reject it, meaning it'll come back down. But if they find support here and they go up and it rejects it, it's going to come back down here, and the old level of resistance, right? This line will now become support. So it'll go up to here, and don't think it's going to go way back down here again. It's likely to come down and hit this and then go back up again. And then they're going to be knocking on this door for a while, right? In a bullish market, that's what we're doing. We're testing, see if we can break that resistance, and then they break it. Once they finally break it, the last level that it broke then becomes support. Doesn't have to, but likely that's what's going to happen. It'll find support there and go. So there's no need in having that line there anymore, because I mean it could go back down there, but I personally think it's probably going to go back up to around this level, which is a good trade if you wanted to pull that trade. But just wait. You need to wait and figure out where it's going to find support. Likely it will find support here. It might even find support right here. Right there. It might find support. I don't know. But you can go watch it for yourself. Tradingview.com. Go in there. Pull up on the top. You can go in here and add it under the plus button right where my face is. Let me pull that out of the way for just a moment. You see where my face is, right? Or was right there, that plus button. Hit that. Type the symbol GALA. Make sure you have your exchange. I'm using Bybit, so do whatever. Or you can go up here and you can type GALAUSDDT. And it's going to have right here, it will have all sources ticked, but you want to go down into the crypto section, this very bottom section down here. You can search for Bybit, right? KuCoin. You can use whatever, okay? Whatever your source is, enter it in. Make sure that it is your source, right? Gala USDT. The perpetual contract is the one that I trade on. Bybit is the exchange, and then add it, and it'll be over here in your watch list, and you never have to worry about it again. It's on that exact exchange, and if you're ever unsure about where it is, go over here to the top. Gala perpetual contract, 1 minute. That's what the one's for. Bybit is the exchange. TradingView is the website. Cool. Anybody got any question? I think I'm long-winded and done now. Oh, I only want people that are super interested in this to, to support this. If you're not super into it, I get it. I understand it. If you're looking for a get rich quick scheme, good luck. Hats off to you in your endeavors. I don't think that's ever going to happen, but good luck. So I'm kind of on the fence at this point. Whether I will keep these videos when I do streams listed on YouTube. What I mean by that is, why would I give information to people that are not here watching the videos, right? So I'm not just going to leave the information out there for people to come back later and pull the information from, unless they record it and post it themselves. But I mean, whatever. So what I'm probably going to wind up doing is delisting the live streams from the account and make them private. That way nobody can see them except for the people that were here, because you guys were here to support the stream. So I'm very interested in this, if it's going to break. It's having a hard time though. The bears are not letting go. They're not letting go. They do not want it to go up that next leg there. The bears are referring to the people that are selling. The bulls are referring to the people that are buying the green candles. So I don't know. Like I said, I only want to support. I only want to give the information to people that are here and you know what I mean, are supporting of this, because otherwise I'm not going to do it. There's no point. You know what I mean? I can sit here and trade and make way more money. Why would I waste my time streaming when I can make more money doing this? Do you know what you get what I'm saying? Like, it makes sense. I don't want to do it unless it's worth doing and people are interested in it. So like, I'm on the fence about it. This is a trial thing. If it doesn't work out, then I'm not going to do it again. Like, it's not worth it to me. I'm not going to waste my time streaming this and trying to teach trading, even though I think there are a lot of people out there that are interested in this. But what would be the point in me doing it if there's nobody watching it? You know what I mean? So I can promise you, once you become an experienced trainer, I can tell you from experience, those big names out there that are streaming, I won't name them, but those big names out there, they make good money. Not that good. Not that good. You can leverage your trades to the point where once you're trading with $1,000, for example, in just a little tiny short move like this one, I'm going to show you this. Show you how powerful this can be. Okay. Let's say you pulled this trade and you had $1,000. Okay. Let's say you had $1,000. And this is why I like scalping. I don't like chasing stuff around. I just either sit still or don't. It's that simple, right? I'm a very simple person, even though my brain is complex, but we're not going down that road. But let's say you pulled this little tiny trade. I'm just using this as an example. I'm not saying I would take this trade or any of that, okay? But let's say you pull this trade right here. Okay, 0.40%, and you're trading with $1,000. You've managed to build your portfolio up to $1,000. You're finally good enough, right? You finally got to that point. That one trade with 25% leverage, which is dangerous, but if you know what you're doing and you can afford the risk, then do it. But I'm not going to recommend you to go do something. You have to make that choice yourself. But if you have $1,000 and you make that trade right there, just that little tiny microscopic movement, you just scalped it and you said, I just want this much, that's it, I'm out. Okay? After fees, that one trade is worth $90. Well, no, it's $80, $81. That one trade is worth $80. Just that one. Ask me how I know. That one trade is worth $80. Do that twice. You took 2 trades, and let's say you got your 2 trades done in an hour. Say 30 minutes. right? Let's say you got done in 30 minutes. We'll go to the park. We'll walk the dog. I'm gonna go jet skiing. I'm gonna go jump out of an airplane. Whatever, right? Cool. All right. Like I said, super busy with work. Two websites I'm gonna recommend: TradingView, Kraken, so you can move your money back and forth between accounts. I would recommend trading with Bybit. Probably the easiest one to sign up for. You do not have to verify it. Oh, by the way, Vic wound up, his eye did wind up, he did wind up going blind in one of his eyes. So he's officially one-eyed cat. Can't really tell, but he is one-eyed cat. But anyway, what I was saying, I would recommend Bybit. You have to have a VPN. You have to technically not live in the US, so you need a VPN. Once you have Bybit, it is the easiest thing to sign up for. You probably could do it. Your cat could probably do it. It's easy. You don't have to verify account. You just have to make sure you can move funds from an exchange into another exchange, such as Bybit. And they have the cheapest amount of fees. We're just using this one, this portfolio that you see here, as an example. TradingView, and then I would probably go into Coin Codex. Whatever coin you're trading, you can go into the prediction section. It just gives you some general overview stuff. This is not 100% correct. It is good information, to kind of browse through. But the key ones that I come in and try to find here and see how true they are the resistance levels. In other words, the ones on the top, and the support levels. In other words, the ones on the bottom. Support levels, resistance levels. And typically what I do, I come in and I look over here on the day. I see what the low is, mark it, the high, I mark it, and figure out where I'm at on the chart here, and then just start looking for the support, like this one, support, buy, resistance, sell. This is a very good opportunity, honestly, I think, to short the market. I think, not financial advice, okay? But I think this is a very good opportunity. It looks like it's a good opportunity. We're losing volume. I think this is an opportunity for a short. I'm not advising you to take a short here, but I think that's what's going to happen. I think it's going to come down here to this support level, or even blow down to this support level, but I could be wrong. I don't know. Guys, go out there, sign up for a TradingView account. You can get a free one, 3 indicators. I already told you the indicators. It's these 3 right here, and try this for yourself. Find the indicators. Look for oversold. Look for overbought, and once you find them, put it into into trial. If you can get it to work, if you can start taking good trades, I would write them down. That's put them in your phone. Write them on your cat. Whatever. Write them on your computer. Write them on the wall, for God's sake. I don't know. Look at Albert Einstein. But start pretend trading. Take a trade. I entered in here. And did it go in your favor? What was the percentage that it moved? Write down that percent. Don't worry about leverage. Just write down the percent. Did it move in your favor? I told you. It's probably going to keep going. It's probably going to stop about right here. But write down if the trade went in your favor. If it went in your favor, leave it in the green section. If it didn't go in your favor, draw a line through it, move it into the red section. Once you have more green days than red days, pretend trading, right? I know it's a lot of work. Trust me, it's worth it. Once you start getting in the green, then you're ready to start playing with real money. I recommend using a small amount of money to start with. 50, maybe 100, whatever you can lose. And then go from there. And for those people that are out here rooting for the green candle right now, shame on you. It's not going up. It might go back up here and test resistance and go up from there. Let's see. It's probably going to come up here. It's been trying to break through this layer for a while now. It's likely that it's going to hit this barrier and reverse again. I don't look for it to go up any further. I mean, I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think it's gonna. It looks like a short position to me. But don't take my word for it. Go out there and try it for yourself. I like trading Gala, and I'll run through this one more time before we close out. I like looking for any coin that has a lot of volume. That one doesn't. Atom, 500,000. Easiest way to do this, change it over to green and then pick one. See, it's got 2.15 million in volume, 85k in volume, 9 million in volume on HBAR. You get the idea. All right, guys, that's it. I'm going to sign off from the stream now, and hopefully this was informative. If you have any questions, once I create the Discord section, go in the Discord and chat it up there. If you have any questions, I'll do my best to answer it. I am extremely busy right now, guys. Please don't overwhelm me, okay? And also, I don't know what my stream schedule is going to look like, just because I mean, I'm working a lot, okay? I have a lot of property that has maintenance. I didn't know for sure if I'd even have a stream tonight, but I wanted to. I haven't streamed in like almost 2 weeks, so I hope you guys understand where I'm going with this. But you know, I'm going to continue to stream. It's just not going to be very much. Maybe when we get back to winter, we'll start streaming some more. And I'd like to start doing some more streams like this, where we actually go into the exchange and trade, you know, and you guys can see it. You know, I mean, I showed you my profit. I showed my my profit and my losses. Let me close that out before I get in trouble. I showed y'all my profit and losses. If you go down here, you can see my losses. You can see my profits. I can tell you that the profits outweigh the losses, even though I did take some losses. You know, the profits outweigh them. And yesterday I traded with 160 bucks and turned it into about 340 bucks. So good luck, guys. Let me know what you guys think.